Hi friends, welcome. My name is Bailey, but you can call me Bales, and this is What is Hey Bales Doing? So this is episode 2 of a series about my move from Houston, Texas to New York City. I'm so excited. If you haven't tuned into episode 1, you should probably just do that. You can get a little bit of an update there, but right now we are going to go ahead and talk about moving, downsizing, packing. Those are the big things. And I'm also going to give you guys a quick update on how all of that is going. So I'm also going to talk to you guys about what I'm doing with extra stuff, because a lot of us collect a lot of stuff over our lives and we don't realize how much stuff we collect until it's time to move. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the different options I have with selling things, places to donate things, and just what to do with all of your excess stuff. So first, I want to show you guys some footage of how all of this packing is and getting rid of stuff is going. So let's take a look at that first. Okay, the apartment is officially a disaster, if you can tell. This is the living room. I'm trying to sort through things and put them where they're going elsewhere, right? Like, that's going to go to fashion school. It's a bunch of fabric I don't need, which there's more coming. There's stuff that needs to be donated here. There's things listed for sale. There's so much to go through. My God. Furniture, we got to start getting rid of that. We're not taking any of our furniture. Actually, the only furniture we're taking is my Juki sewing machine right there. And that's just considered furniture because it's stuck in the table. And my pink chair over there. So I actually made that chair. Well, didn't make it, but I refurbished it, I guess is what you would call. It was real ugly when I got it. So that took me so many hours. I told my husband, we have to take that. Otherwise, the couch is being sold. We're going to sell that. We're selling the bookshelf. Oh, we're going to keep the TV, but we're going to sell the TV stand. We're selling our table here. We might sell this shelving. I haven't decided yet. Definitely selling that dress form. I don't need her because I got a real mannequin. So this room actually looks pretty decent at the moment, only because I'm clearing it out to use the floor space. But we did have a guest bed that was right here, which we already sold that. So that's great. But we need to probably sell Monish's desk. We're going to get rid of my desk, which was a hand-me-down. And then our bedroom. Oh my God. This is a mess right now too. We're going to sell that dresser. We're going to sell that dresser, which that dresser would be a great refurbish. It's really nice wood. It's just old and needs a little touch-up. We're going to sell our whole ass bed. We're going to sell those 2 nightstands. We got 2 of those. We're going to sell this little thingy here too. Like, my God, we are going to get rid of things left and right. So this is what the apartment is looking like on June 11th. Now, we're moving out officially on June 27th. Keep watching to see how the progress goes because this, oh my God, I have so much anxiety just looking at this right now. All right, it is June 15th. Sunday, June 15th. It may not look like it, but we are making progress. You see, we have an empty shelf here. That's great. We need to empty that. We've started taking down photos. Look at our photo wall. It's half gone. So sad. All kinds of crap everywhere. We sold our patio set yesterday. Woohoo! We've got boxes for days. We've got our donation piles. We've got the right bag is for out of the closet. The left one is for Goodwill. Hang tight and I'm going to explain to you why I donate to different places and to what different places I donate to. These are almost empty. You can see that one's not yet fully empty. These 2 are empty. This was what my sewing stuff was in, which it's going to have to be a whole new system in New York. So we're going to use these temporarily as dressers. Because as you can see, we have started to clean out Moni's dresser right here. It's empty. We are selling this bad boy. We're going to sell mine as well. Mine was actually my Nana's. So that's some really good, like real wood dresser. It just needs a little love, as you can see. hoping I can sell that to someone who's going to refurbish it on Marketplace, because that's a really great piece of furniture for a refurbishing project. Again, it might not look like progress, but like, look at that. All those empty hangers. We got rid of a ton of Moni stuff. That makes me happy. Our closet hasn't had much yet. Haven't touched that yet. The guest room. My God. While this might not look like there's been progress made, I promise you there has been. A ton of those boxes back there in the back are fully packed, which means they are done and they are ready to go. And they are plastic, as you can see, because I've got to store a lot of my fabrics. I don't think they're going to fit in my new apartment. So we'll see how all that goes. My little serger. Yeah, this room is in disarray, but I have a ton of stuff I'll be donating to my fashion school. I cannot wait to give them a bunch of fabric and random supplies I'm not going to need. About to sell that sewing machine. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. We have a little less than 2 weeks now, June 15th to June 27th. It's when we leave. I don't know. That's like a week and 5 days, something like that. So hang tight. The rest of this video, I'm going to explain about my charity choices and where I like to give things and why. And then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, it's June 17th. We are inching closer and closer to the move out. We sold our recliner. Woohoo! That actually went really fast, which was great because it was broken, but people ran for the hills for it. We sold our 6-foot tall bookshelf, which is great because I emptied it out. All that stuff is packed. You can see it's pretty much still, it's clearer. It does feel more spacious. We started taking things off the wall. Oh my God, look at this. The photo from Amsterdam, that was the watercolor. That was what the frame did to the wall. This is still a complete disaster. Mona started taking down the photos, halfway done still. Still a lot to, oh, look at that fridge, y'all. That's gonna take some time. Still a lot to pack up, but we are making significant progress. So the bedroom obviously is still a mess. We have a ton of boxes now, which is super nice. Thank you, Anna. But yeah, so this is what we're looking like. We've got exactly a week and 2 days to finish up. Okay, as you can see, there's still a lot that needs to be done, but we have made progress. We have a week and 2 days. We got plenty of time. Monish is off all day Thursday this week because Thursday is Juneteenth. And so we're going to literally spend all day packing, listing, go, go, go. So that brings us into what the heck are we doing with all this crap? And let's go ahead and talk about the first option, which is my favorite option, which is selling stuff. I am a hustler. I love to make money. And we are trying to sell as many things as we can. So for those of you who haven't really gotten into the selling used items, let me walk you through a couple different ones that I prefer and just methods that I have found that works best. So the number one place that I sell used stuff right now, and when I say stuff, I'm talking furniture, I'm talking workout gear, I'm talking photo books, like random things, right? I've got a speaker for sale, a TV, this kind of stuff. Things that you don't want to ship out. They're just too big. You need someone to physically come take it from you, or it's just something that you don't want to deal with mailing anything. I first and foremost recommend Facebook Marketplace. And the reason why is because Facebook Marketplace connects your actual profile to the selling platform part of it. So people are a lot more, they're more inclined to buy from somebody who is got an active Facebook account. Now they can also look and see. They can see who they're buying from, and they can see, okay, well, this person's had a Facebook since 2009. They're probably not a scammer, right? Because if you try out other apps such as OfferUp, so Monish has tried to cross-list some of our items on OfferUp, but the thing is, he hasn't been active on it. And if you're not active, you also don't have a profile, and people are a little bit less, they're a little bit more skeptical because it's a lot easier to get scammed on OfferUp where, you know, you're not connected to your social media, which is your life. And even if your stuff is private on social media, guys, that's okay because Facebook's going to tell this person that you have been a member since 2012, since 2017, and it just looks so much more legit. I will let you know, I have had a scammer. I've only had one, which is shocking because I've sold like 20 something items in the last month or two. I've only had one scammer try to reach out. Do not give away your email address or anything like that when people reach out. Also, people sometimes will pay you ahead of time. I've had really great luck with people who are like, hey, I'm going to come get it this evening. Can I pay you now so that I can go ahead and claim it as mine? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I almost always try to do Venmo. Venmo to me is the safest route. I can just send a link. They can use my link and then boom, we're all good to go. Zelle is really scary. I hate Zelle. I will use it when people request, but I hate it because it requires that you give a phone number and that the person puts the correct phone number in. And I've actually had where somebody went to pay me Zelle before and they were one number off my phone number and they ended up sending a couple $100 to somebody else. So thankfully we contacted that person, the one number off phone number, and they gave it back. But it's just something I don't personally like to do. So if someone's wanting to pay you ahead of time, don't be like freaked out by that. That's actually pretty normal. I've come across that a lot. Just be very cautious that they actually do go through with it. And if they ask you for your email, just automatically assume they're a scammer and tell them, no, I don't use my email for my Zelle, for my Venmo, whatever, and then just ghost them because we ain't got time for that. Another thing, guys, if you are planning a move soon, don't wait until you're ready to sell your big items to start selling on Marketplace. Start now with small stuff because it's like social media, guys. You build up a presence. So I currently have 5-star reviews I have 7 reviews that are all 5 stars from people who have bought my stuff on Facebook Marketplace, which makes me a more qualified seller, which makes people more willing to, you know, drive an extra 10 minutes to buy from me instead of somebody who just opened up their Facebook account, you know, last month. Like there are things like this that do come in handy. So if you've got small junk laying around, you know you're going to move in 2 months, start listing the small stuff now. Guys, start now. I started this as soon as our wedding was done. So back in the beginning of April, I started listing things and I have been able to get rid of a lot. So that's a great place to start. And guys, even if it's crappy, oh my God, look at this picture. Look at this recliner. We sold this on Facebook Marketplace. It's broken. It's broken. And someone still bought it. They came to our apartment. They helped carry it down the stairs. He and my husband carried it down the stairs, loaded it into his truck, handed me 20 bucks. We're good. Dude, I'm so happy to be getting rid of something out of here. Like, I will take $20 if it just takes it out of here because, guys, $20 is better than nothing. Because if you can't get it out of your apartment by the time it's time to move, you're screwed. So we'll go over those options at the end, but right now let's focus on a couple other selling platforms. So Poshmark, I have been an avid Poshmark user since forever, over 8 years now. And guys, I will say this is not a good last minute resort. This is something if you know that you're going to move maybe in like 6 months or even 3 months, you've got time. And you also have the time to take photos of things. I would say start Poshmark now. Poshmark is great for selling used and gently worn clothing, shoes, purses, accessories, all of that. It is a great platform for selling clothing. And it's really, really simple. The buyer pays for shipping. As soon as the item is purchased, you will get an email and it's going to have a USPS just like the whole, what's it called, packing slip. And you take you print it out, you slap it on a box, you take it, you drop it, you're done. It is so simple, so easy. The only thing is it does take a bit of time to not just get your photos done, but to get the listings up because you want to put as much information as you can. So if you know you're gonna move soon and you've got nice clothing, that's a really good, simple way. You can do it all on your own free time. So I definitely recommend that. Actually, down below, you're gonna see in the description, there's gonna be a link to my Poshmark. If you wanna sign up, you can get $20 credit towards your first purchase, and you can start to sell your own things. Definitely, guys, if you have Kate Spade purses, Coach purses, Michael Kors, anything like that, and you're like, I have excess and I need to get rid of it, Poshmark's a great place. But the sooner you start, the better, because again, you got to build up a reputation, but it's worth it. Lastly, this is a new place I found recently, which is really, really cool. It is a consignment shop here in Houston. It is new. It is in more places than just Houston. They actually started in Utah, but Preloved. So Preloved is really, really, really brilliant consignment shop idea. So what you do is you pay for a booth. You go in on a Saturday and you set up your booth. It costs $30, and you can put as many items for sale in there as you'd like. You have to stick to a category. So I have both a women's category right now, a women's booth, and I also have a menswear booth. Now, both of these booths, I had to put a price tag on everything, but that's it. Once I have the price tags and it's merchandise in the booth, I leave, and then it goes the entire week, and the consignment shop works on the sales. So they do take 40% commission. So you pay $30 up front. They give you a little kit so you can tag everything. I've got actually a really cute video that explains this more. That's up here. It is also down in the description if you want to check that out as well. Highly recommend. But if you have a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, you have name brand clothing. My husband had a ton of Hollister and Abercrombie polo shirts that are really nice condition still, chino pants, Hollister jeans, J. Crew, things that you don't just want to toss away. You want to at least get some kind of money back, and you want to do it easily and quickly, then Preloved is the way to go. So they also have this discount system where starting on Tuesday, you can choose if you want to put your booth on discount. So if you want to get rid of stuff, the best way to do it is it's full price on Saturday, the day you set it up. It's full price on Monday. And then starting Tuesday, put a discount Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Friday night, you come pick up whatever hasn't sold. So I set up my husband's, for example, that starting Tuesday, which is today, the day of filming Tuesday, we have it as 25% off. So everything in there is 25% off. And then Wednesday, tomorrow, it'll be 50% off. And then Thursday, it'll be 75% off. And Friday, it'll be 90% off, because we just want it gone and we just want something. Whatever doesn't sell, however, that's the next topic, right? So like things that are not selling, well, what do we do with those? So let's go ahead and switch gears, and we're going to talk about who to donate things to and why, and all of that. So we all know about Goodwill. Goodwill exists, right? And that's a great last resort place. And I say last resort because we all know that they are a for-profit corporation. They make a lot of money. So much money. I don't know how well they treat their employees. I mean, it is good that they have employment for people, but to be honest, they are not my first choice to donate things. My first choice when it comes to clothing specifically is the Cottage Shop. So the Cottage Shop is located on Westheimer. And by the way, everybody, everything I'm mentioning is specific to Houston because I am moving away from Houston. So if you're watching from out of this city or out of state, maybe get some ideas of what you can research to find in your specific area that is similar to these, because I guarantee you, you've got similar charity places to donate things. So back to the Cottage Shop. The Cottage Shop is a thrift store that is actually run by the women who live in the Women's Home of Houston. So everybody who works in the Cottage Shop is either a volunteer, which I have volunteered with them many, many hours in the past, or they are women who are currently living next door at the Women's Home and they are trying to get a better life for themselves. So it's actually a really beautiful place to donate things to, you guys, because these women who live in the Women's Home, some of them used to be drug addicts, some of them used to be homeless, some of them got kicked out of their homes, or they removed themselves from their homes because they were in a really dangerous situation with their husband, whatever it might be, these women are trying to better their lives. And they are trying to better their lives, and it is such a beautiful way that they get to do this because they work in the Cottage Shop. Now, they're living at the women's home for free. So the Cottage Shop, all of the money that is made by this by this shop goes towards funding the women's home. So the women who are working there, they're not necessarily making a paycheck, but you know what they are doing? They are gaining employment skills and they are building up a resume. So when they are ready to go off and start their own life and get a job and make money and get an apartment, they have this. They have skills. They have people to help them. They have resources. I'm going to tear up. It's so beautiful. It is such a beautiful thing. So they are absolutely my number one choice to donate clothing items to, especially good things, right? Like all this stuff that doesn't sell out of Preloved, I'm going to try to take most of it to the Cottage Shop. And I can know that my donation is going to benefit people who need it, who really, truly need it, who might not have resources otherwise. That is really important to me as a human. So the next best place that I love to donate stuff to, especially my husband's good clothing, is Out of the Closet. So Out of the Closet is a thrift store. It is yet again on Westheimer Road. This one is a little bit more east. The Cottage Shop is right next to, what's it called? Oh, right next to Velvet Taco on Westheimer and Montrose. So if you go a little bit more east onto Westheimer, you will find Out of the Closet. And what I love about Out of the Closet is that they are a thrift store that is specific for helping the LGBT community and specifically with HIV testing. So they're actually connected to a pharmacy. They have this pharmacy that's right next door and they have free HIV testing and they help people with that and getting medication and resources that they need that they might not otherwise have access to. Because guys, I don't know if you know this, but there's a section of the LGBT population that are homeless because their parents kick them out when they find out, or they lose their jobs when they get outed, or whatever. There's a million reasons why somebody from the LGBT community could be homeless. And if you're homeless, guys, you don't have resources. Or maybe you are barely making it to survive on the jobs that you have. Like, this is such a beautiful place for people to get the help that they need. I have a lot of friends who identify as LGBTQ+, and so this is very, very important to me to be able to help this community. I just tear up because I have friends that, like, they have resources, but, like, it makes me sad for those who don't. God damn it. Sorry, y'all. I didn't think I was going to get emotional talking about these places. But they take the donations basically every day of the week. I've already taken multiple bags. Whatever of Monish's stuff doesn't sell at Preloved is going to end up there. But go to Preloved first and buy it, please. Help a girl out. We've actually bought a lot of really nice clothing for Monish from Out of the Closet because, I mean, it is an LGBT donated, like, ran system. So I'm telling you guys, there are just so many nice men's clothing there. So many. Because think about it. Like, gay men are stylish. They wear really nice clothes. And what do they do when they're done with it? A lot of them, especially the very well-off ones, they're just going to donate it. Who are they going to donate it to? They're going to donate it to Out of the Closet. Because Out of the Closet specifically benefits their community. So damn, we have got Moni some really nice clothes from there. So even if you have nothing to donate, just go check them out, especially for menswear, because it's one of the best thrift stores for menswear I have found in all of Houston. You're welcome. Another place to donate things. So me being a fashion designer and having just graduated from Houston Community College, I actually have a bucket right there of supplies I am donating to my classmates. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of something like this happening, but because I am a fashion designer and I am one of the only fashion designers most people in Houston know. If you are a friend or an acquaintance of mine, you know I'm a fashion designer, and I'm probably the only fashion designer you know because Houston is not a fashion city yet. So because of that, I tend to get a lot of supplies donated to me when people's grandmas passed away, when their moms, when their aunts. Like, if people have random sewing supplies that they want to get rid of, I am almost always the recipient of it. and I love it, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm not at all complaining. I love this. But because of that, I have so much stuff. Like, I really do. And so I have gotten in the habit where anytime I have been given things and I just really don't need it, or like bobbins, y'all, I got a recent haul of like 7 boxes full of sewing supplies, and there were so many bobbins. There were probably like 200 little bobbins for home sewing machines. I don't need all of that. I really, really don't. So I've gotten to where I take just what I need, whatever I don't want, don't need. There was a kit in there I already have. I don't need this, I already have it. So I take it up to school and I donate it to my classmates because, y'all, I get it. I get the college struggle. And a lot of my classmates, guys, when you go to school for fashion design, it is not just tuition you are paying. You are paying for all of your sewing supplies, any fabrics that you want to use. You're paying to do competitions. You're paying a lot. It costs a lot of money, which is why I tell everyone to start at a community college. But that's not the point here right now. The point right now is if you have sewing supplies or yarn or just things like that that you know you need to get rid of, but like you don't know where to go, don't take it to Goodwill. Find a local college that has a fashion design program. See if any of your high schools nearby have a fashion class because they will take the supplies. Like, find churches that do sewing circles. I don't know, but find somebody who will actually benefit from your donation. Because yes, it is, Goodwill is a great place to offload stuff, but like, they get free stuff that they make money off of. And they don't really benefit anybody else besides themselves. So let's help out somebody else in our community first. So that's why I've got a bucket that's going straight to HCC tomorrow. And so if you have a pet like me, I have my cute little pug, Duke. Duke comes with a lot. Oh, he just heard me. Oops. He comes with a lot of stuff. Like, he's a pug. Like, he's our baby. We buy him all sorts of stuff. We've also tried out different foods for him that haven't really worked for him because he's a specific breed and not all foods work for him. So a good place to donate things. Let's say you have like a bag of dog food that your dog refuses to eat and it's just been sitting there and you're like, I need to get rid of this. A great place is a local animal shelter. So one of my favorites is Friends for Life. They are located here in Houston Heights, and they will take open bag of dog food. They will take open bags of treats. They will take toys. They will take anything, really. They need whatever they can take. And, I just love it because we've had to try out a couple different foods for him, and when they don't work, I really don't want to throw dog food away. Like, I don't want to go throw away something that's going to benefit somebody else. So I had the idea of, let me donate it to them. Also, this is just another cutesy idea. I got a free bag of dog food from Purina when I took over his AKC registration because he is a full-bred pug. He's got the American Kennel Association, whatever, AKC thingy, and Purina gave me a free bag of dog food. Well, we don't feed him Purina. We feed him way better shit. So I went ahead and I had the free bag delivered because I didn't have to pay for shipping and I didn't have to pay for it. And I took it straight to Friends for Life because I knew they could have it. If I get something for free that I don't need, well, who can I give it to that can benefit from it? Like, that is just how I live my life. And I'm hoping that some of you watching this will be inspired by that and will do it too. Because I think it's a really great way to give back. If you're getting it for free and you don't need it, but you know somebody who could use it and really benefit from it, take it and give it. Take and give, guys. That's what this world revolves around. We give and take. So another place that is really great to give things to, especially if you are like me and you hoard bottles, the tiny bottles of shampoos and conditioners from hotels. Like, tell me why I have an entire drawer of that, y'all. I had an entire drawer of little shampoos and conditioners from hotels I have traveled to locally, that I've traveled to in other countries. Why do I keep this? Why? I don't use it when I'm there. I use very specific stuff. Look at my long hair. Like, I have specific things I use, but I take them every time. So I had this massive tub full of them. And you're like, okay, like, who am I going to give this to? Well, a very great place you can give this to that's located here in Houston is called Lord of the Streets. So they are a nonprofit. They are a church organization, which I don't usually love to get involved with personally. That's just my own things with religion, but I love what they do because they give back to the homeless people that live on the streets. This is not a shelter where you have to stop doing drugs and stop drinking alcohol and stop smoking cigarettes in order to come in and get help. No, this is a organization that feeds people daily, that gives them clothes and shower and supplies and things that they need. They don't give a shit. They don't care if you're an alcoholic or a drug addict or you smoke cigarettes or something worse. Like, they don't care. They're here to help. And I personally connect with that so well because I think that all people deserve help. You don't know what got this person into their situation where they're a drug addict. You have no idea. Who are you to judge them? And I understand why shelters won't allow those types of people to stay overnight. I totally understand, but they still deserve help. They do. I used to be an alcoholic. I could have easily wound up on the streets like these people. Thankfully, I didn't, but that could have been my story. So I really think that these people do deserve the help that they need. I have taken blankets. I actually did, if you've seen my video, I did a workshop where I taught people how to make t-shirt blankets using unwanted t-shirts. I mean, we all have t-shirts from events that we get and we're never going to wear again. They're not going to be sold at Goodwill. They're going to be thrown in a landfill. So I put together a workshop and I taught people how to make t-shirt blankets using these unwanted t-shirts, and I gave them to Lord of the Streets so that they could pass them out to these people who live on the streets and give them something to keep them warm, but also something that will at the same time not fill up a landfill. So it's super, super great. And speaking of landfills and unwanted t-shirts, now we are going to roll into our next person. This I just found out about, earlier this year. December. I found out in December. Brilliant, y'all. It's super great. So this is Green City Recycler, and they actually take unwanted clothing, fabric, t-shirts, shoes, all the things, scrap fabrics. They take this stuff, guys, and they shred it up and they sell it to be repurposed into other things. I actually met the owner, and one of the things that I learned is that they would use all of this shredded up fabric and they sold it to a boxing company who creates the punching bags. And they use that to fill the punching bags. Like, guys, that is so brilliant. That is so great. Like, something that would otherwise be in the trash, let's not throw it into a landfill. We've got enough shit there, like we do. So let's instead repurpose it into something that people can use. I seriously love this concept. So what's great about Green City Recycler is that they have pods all over the city. So there's this one right here that I frequent a lot. It is literally connected to Crockett Elementary School. So about these pods, if you find one, which you can go to their website, which is down in the description, and you can actually put in a zip code and find any of the pods near you. So this specific pod over here at Crockett Elementary, any of the items that are donated to them and goes in this pod, Crockett Elementary is going to get a percentage of money per pound on what they collect. So I also love that too, right? So that goes directly into their PTA or into their school and they do whatever with it. So I actually need to get HCC involved because they would make a ton of money that they could throw into the scholarship foundation doing this. Fashion students, we have so many scraps. So I have taken bags and bags and bags of scrap fabrics, and I call them my unusable scraps, which are the tiny little pieces or just ugly fabrics, things I know that nobody's going to use. I love to toss into one of their bins. I also take t-shirts. So, for example, we went through my husband's closet. He had these t-shirts that had holes in the armpits. They were specific to when he did a certain 5K race with me, stuff like that. Guys, nobody is going to buy that shit. Nobody's going to buy that shit. Don't give it to Goodwill. What's Goodwill gonna do? Because nobody's gonna buy that shit from them, so they're just gonna throw in the trash. And then it goes to a landfill, and then we continue to pollute our earth. So the better thing to do with these items is to donate them to Green City Recycler. Let them shred them up and sell to somebody else and help their business, help other businesses, help the planet. We're all helping each other. It's great. I love it. So again, check out their website down below and you can find a pod. You might be able to also go to their actual location. I'm not sure about that. Do not quote me. But I do really love what they do, and I hope that you guys throw some things in there as well. So that leads me to our last resort spot for donations, which is Goodwill. And guys, what I usually give to Goodwill are clothes that aren't trash, right? They're not going to go to Green City Recycler because they still have life in them and somebody might buy it. But it's also not super great, right? I don't like to give not great clothing to places like the Cottage Shop or Out of the Closet because I want them to be able to easily turn a profit and help out the organizations. So if I have something I'm like, this might be able to be sold, but I'm not sure is my key phrase here. That goes to Goodwill. I also give Goodwill stuff, like, I don't know, like random cooking supplies, like just junk. Like, if I'm not sure if it could be sold, but there's a possibility it might be able to, it goes to Goodwill. Because, y'all, Goodwill takes everything, and they try to sell trash. I have seen, like, literal trash on their counters of what they're trying to sell. Props to them, because it's keeping it out of the landfill. But they are my last resort because, again, they're a giant corporation that isn't really benefiting anybody else but themselves. So if I have some things that I really don't want to be in a landfill, I just give it to them. And that moves us into downsizing. And guys, we are going from a 2-bed to a 2-bed, 2-bath to a 1-bed, 1-bath. We've accumulated a lot of things. A lot of things. It's nuts. I'm just like looking around the room and just seeing just stuff everywhere. And so we are getting rid of most of our furniture because we are going a very far distance. So that is being listed left and right. Shoes, cooking, things we haven't touched in a long time. We are getting rid of it. If we know we don't use it, it's gone. Because, guys, we just don't have the capacity to take so much stuff with us. And that being said, man, gosh, we still have so much work to do, but we are making good progress. Can't show you right now. My husband's been working in our guest room is where his office is set up, and there's a ton of boxes in there. And speaking of that, guys, I have an entire system on how I pack and how I move. And I don't want to make this video too long. So if you guys are interested, if y'all want to know what my organization system is for moving, drop a comment. Just say packing. That's all you have to do is say packing. And I need at least 3 to 5 comments. And if I get at least 3 to 5 comments with interest on finding out how I do all my packing, I will make a video that explains it all. Because I have moved, oh my God, I've lived at like, I think 10 or 11 different addresses since I was 18. And I'm 31. So I've moved a lot. I've moved a lot, and I'm very, very, very organized. That's one of the best traits I've gotten from my mom is my organization skills. They are phenomenal. And I would love to share that with you, but only if y'all are interested. I want to make sure that my content is, you know, being appreciated and it is going out into the world and making a difference. So if you want to hear about my packing system, go ahead and drop the word packing in a comment or say something else. And I am happy to share that with you. But otherwise, stay tuned because the next episode, I'm going to explain to you guys what all we are taking with us to New York City and how we are getting it there. That has been a big question that a lot of people have asked me. They're like, well, what all are you taking and how are you getting it there? How are you getting there is the big thing because we are literally Houston, from where we live now to where we're about to move to in Astoria, New York, is like 1,700 miles. I got a whole plan. I'm fucking pumped about it. I cannot wait to tell you guys about it. It's really, really cool. So be sure to subscribe so you can stay updated with the latest videos, and I will see you guys next time.